Okay, I'm pretty sure you were expecting this, but this is a Samsung USB portable CD DVD drive. This thing does it all. It plays CDs, burns CDs, plays DVDs, and burns DVDs. So it's a very nice unit here, and for one thing, it doesn't use any AC adapters, which is always a good thing. Just uses a USB cable. I always thought this was kind of weird about this thing. This has two USB cables branching out of this. You have to plug both of these in for it to work. I've never quite understood that. It's very weird. And why don't we check and see what a DVD looks like on here. Okay, I just stuck a random DVD in here. I know this isn't a real movie, but I guess we can try some Looney Tunes on here. This is my Looney Tunes Spotlight collection. Okay, let's try this one. That's a beautiful picture on here. Unfortunately, I had to use a third-party program to play this DVD on because Windows Media Player refuses to play store-bought DVDs. No decoder. So I had to install this. It's called something video player. I can't remember the actual name. There we go. Now I got taking the whole screen now. You got the DVD in this.
Did you ever have the feeling you was being watched? Being watched, he says.
Oh yeah, it's VLC Media Player. It's free. So I have to use this to watch DVDs on here. That's enough of that. Okay, what else? Well, let's try something really weird. Even though, I just now remembered I cannot do something really, I think. Well, we'll have to do this tomorrow because I don't have any tape on it, but tomorrow, sometime, I'm going to take this netbook out to my 95 Honda Accord. I'm going to take my cassette adapter, plug it into the headphone jack on here, and we're going to play some 90s computer games in a 90s car. Not while I'm driving, of course, so don't worry. But, I'd do it tonight, but I don't have any tape for it. So, all in all, this is a very nice netbook. I've had it for, I guess, about a year and a half or so. I remember taking this to school and everyone just going nuts over it because they'd never seen anything like it before. But now whenever I take it to that school, it's nothing because, hey, everyone has one now. But I don't blame them either because these are very nice mobile units you can pretty much take with you anywhere. And also, speaking of this is an Acer brand. What do I think of Acer? I'm very, very pleased with it. Acer is a very good brand. I've known other people that use Acers and they're very pleased with it. I'm pleased with my Acer too. My dad has a netbook exactly identical to this one that he bought just about 2 weeks after I got this one, and he's happy with it too. Right now I'm currently saving up some money to buy a new laptop to replace that one. Not a netbook, a full-size laptop like that one. There's nothing wrong with my good old Dell Vostro 1500. Nothing wrong with it at all. I just need something a little more modern, with a little more kick to it. so I'm looking to retire that sometime in the future. And when I get another laptop, I'm gonna get another Acer. Yep, I'm that pleased with them. And interesting fact, now this obviously does not apply in the United States or anywhere in North America for that matter, but in like Europe, Asia, Australia, all those places in the world, Acer actually owns Packard Bell. Yep. Acer owns the name to Packard Bell. If you buy a Packard Bell computer in Europe, Asia, or Australia, or anywhere around there, it's technically an Acer. Now, worldwide, this includes the United States. Acer, I think, also owns Gateway. So that's kind of interesting, too, because I saw a Gateway netbook at Best Buy not too long ago, and it looked just like this netbook here. It looked just like an Acer netbook. It, let's see what else. There's also, believe it or not, something called a net top. Just like laptops have a smaller version of themselves called a net top, I mean a netbook, desktops also have a their own version called a net top. See, a net top is pretty much a very lightweight and a very affordable desktop computer. It has the same specifications of a netbook. They usually run around 160 gigabyte hard drives, 1 gigabyte of RAM, and Windows XP Home Edition. Except, and they come with a keyboard and mouse, obviously no monitor. And this is the real neat thing about them. They're only $200. $200 for a desktop. My first Packard Bell, my first computer, that original Packard Bell, was $3,000. And it couldn't do what a net top can do. It's amazing how technology is nowadays. Now a netbook, something like this usually ranges around $300, $350 retail price. Of course, I think nowadays they're starting to move to a slightly bigger hard drive. I think a 250 gigabyte hard drive. I remember when these things were first coming out, like in mid to late 2008. They only came with like 512 megabytes of RAM and like an 8 gigabyte hard drive with Windows XP on it. I was thinking, 8 gigabyte hard drive, what is this, the Windows 98 era again? So I decided to wait until they upgraded all that stuff, and I got this right when they were coming out with the bigger hard drives and more memory. So it's a very powerful laptop. It's about as powerful it does just about everything a normal laptop can do, I imagine. So I'm very impressed with this. It's a very nice netbook. I know I was probably one of the first to get a netbook, I guess. Another thing about the older low power ones from like mid to late 2008 is that a lot of them didn't even come with Windows. They actually came with Ubuntu, very popular Linux distribution, which I might do a video on sometime, by the way. And also, I've actually seen netbooks before that don't even have hard drives in them. Everything runs off an SD card. Kind of interesting. I guess that'll just about do it. Like I said, Acer netbooks, A-OK. Acer, in general, definitely an A-OK. So, this is Billy Core, signing off on what is now July 15th, 2010. Goodbye.